Hey everyone, I'm just going to do a voiceover over these first clips because I didn't really explain what I was doing throughout the week. I just kind of took random clips. This vlog's going to be different, but wait until the end because I do have a 2019 and 2020 resolutions portion. But we started off the week at the lake. We thought that that would be fun to do on our last day of 2019. So this is what we chose to do during the day on New Year's Eve, and it was Rigby's first time at the lake. So he really enjoyed it too.
Come on, Rigby. Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. Rigby. Rigby, come on. Rigby, what do you think, baby? We should have brought his toys.
Hey everybody, it is Thursday and we have just been cleaning all day, getting back into a routine now that it is the new year. But I was going through the stuff in our classroom and I found my old planner from 2019 and I was about to throw it away, and then I realized that in the back of it I wrote down my 2019 goals. Sorry, I've got the washer going and it is so loud. It's an old washer. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I found my old planner and in the back I have my 2019 goals. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to just sit down and go over them with you guys. All right, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my planner. But, okay. So I kind of do this every year, but I split up my goals into categories. So the first category I had for 2019 was my health. And so my goals for that was to drink 100 ounces of water daily. I did not do that. However, I did have periods of time where I did that, and I was more aware of how much water I was drinking. Something I did do to try to reach that goal was that I started drinking a full cup of water before I had my coffee, and that actually really helped a lot. So I didn't accomplish that. That's something I still want to work on in 2020 is drinking more water, but I did definitely improve. The next thing was no fast food. Definitely didn't do this, but in the beginning of 2019 until January 1st until the end of February, I did do this. I had no fast food. The next goal I had was limited processed food and sugar, and both of those I did for 2 months. And when March hit, I started slowly creeping back into my old habits, and yeah, that didn't happen for the whole year. I will say that 2 months that I did it, I felt amazing, and it did motivate me to do it throughout the year. Like every once in a while, I would go like a month without doing it. But this year, it's definitely still a goal of mine. Probably not no fast food. I don't want to be super restrictive, but if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm doing Whole30 right now, and obviously I can't be having fast food, processed food, sugars. So I'm working on that right now, and I do plan on limiting it throughout the rest of the year, and just having it in moderation. So it's not really a goal of mine to not have it at all. I don't want to say I'm never going to have it, but I am definitely still working on having it less. And then my mental health was the next category, which again, this is a big part of my goals for 2020 is my overall health mentally and everything. So a lot of this I think is going to be pretty similar. But anyways, my mental health, I wanted to meditate in the morning, Monday through Friday. Again, I did this the beginning of the year and then eventually fell off, but I did really enjoy doing it. So that's definitely something I want to do in 2020. I just want to have an all-around new morning routine, I think. Like, I want to get up before the kids get up. I want to get out and go for a walk or be active and just spend a little bit of time by myself, which actually is the next goal I had set for myself, which is to take 30 minutes of alone time per day. I would say I probably did do this, but it wasn't like designated time to myself, I guess. Like, probably I spent about 30 minutes a day, but not like in one period of time. So I think I want to designate a time every single day for myself, which, like I'm saying, if I start a good morning routine, that would be a good alone time for me. So yes, that is still a goal of mine. I think I definitely improved this year, but I could do better. And then my other goal was to work out at least 3 times a week. So I did join a gym this year and I was going to classes pretty frequently. But like everything else, I had moments where I was going consistently and then moments where I wasn't really going at all. So that is definitely still a goal of mine for 2020. And the next category is my finances. So we wanted to take a trip to Vegas, which is where we are from. That is where my family is. And my sister actually had a baby this year. And so I knew my nephew was going to be born earlier this year. And so we had planned for that and we did get to go. I also wanted to buy a second car. We were able to do that. Plan a family vacation. This is something that is so hard for us. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's not hard for others, but I feel like it's not hard for others. But being a military family and being so far away from our family, I feel like every year we're like, okay, this is the year we're gonna take a family vacation. And don't get me wrong, we've taken vacations in the past. Like, we were able to take the kids to Disney World a couple years ago for Christmas and things like that. But we really wanted to go and explore a new place this year. We are from the West Coast, and so we've lived out here on the East Coast, or the South, I don't know what you would consider it, but we've lived out here for almost 3 years now, and I feel like we haven't seen a lot of it, and there's so many new places for us to visit. So that's definitely still a goal of ours. We were not able to do that this year. We ended up taking an unexpected trip back home around Thanksgiving time, and so knowing that we were going to be taking that trip, we decided to just kind of have a mellow summer and save up for that. So this year we are trying to plan ahead for a family vacation. And then the next category is relationships, and this is all my relationships with friends, relationships with family, relationships with my kids. So one of my goals was to spend alone time with each kid. Again, I did this, but I didn't really set like I'm gonna do this X amount of times per month or anything. So it's kind of hard to gauge if I improved on that or not. I feel like I did. I do think we spent more time alone. I feel like we spent more time as a family this year, in some regards, but I definitely think it could improve. So I think this year I'm gonna make that a goal again, but I want to be more consistent with it and do it more frequently. And then another goal was to have at least one date per month with my husband. And when I say date, I mean like out of the house, because we have never had a babysitter for our kids other than friends that we've trusted really well or family. And they're getting older, and so we recently this year started putting them in a parents' night out program a couple of times a month. So that we've definitely done this year, and I definitely want to continue that in 2020. I feel like getting out of the house for like an actual designated date is so important for our relationship. So that is something we will continue. And then my last one was to be more patient and present, which I definitely feel like I still need to work on. Patience, I feel like I'm doing better. I feel like I've improved, especially with the kids. I'm starting to become more understanding. I feel like I'm really trying to understand where they're coming from. I'm really trying to be patient with them, and I don't know. I feel like I've improved when it comes to my patience, but Being present is something I'm still need to work on, especially since I started YouTube. I have a lot of my time split up in different places. I've got my Etsy shop, I have my YouTube channel, I have my husband, I have my family, we have the dog now. Like, there's just so many areas where my time needs to be spent, and I don't think I've figured out how to do that yet. And I think I spend way too much time watching YouTube, so that's probably something I could cut out. I mean, there's plenty of things I could cut out, so that is something I'm going to definitely be working on in 2020, because I definitely want to be present in the moment with my kids. Something I will say though is I did step away from social media quite a bit. Like, I was posting a lot on Facebook prior to this year, and I haven't been posting as much on my personal Facebook as I was in previous years and stuff like that. So in some ways I've improved, but I definitely could do better. And then the next one was my Etsy shop, Zoe Beauty. So I wanted to focus on products that make me happy. I definitely think I did this year. I kind of took a little bit of a step back from Zoe Beauty. I was still making orders and selling and everything, but as far as like posting on social media as often and really promoting my products, I kind of just stepped back and did it when I felt compelled to. I just really want Zoe Beauty to be something that I'm passionate about and something I'm excited about, and I want to make products that make me happy and that I am proud to sell to my customers. So I definitely think I did well with that. In 2020, I actually want to start promoting them more again. I want to get more active on my Zoe Beauty social media, my Facebook and my Instagram, and now I've got YouTube as well, so now I want to focus on YouTube more, and I will be making more videos throughout 2020. So as far as business goals, I have a lot of business goals this year. Last goals I have for 2019 is homeschool, and that is my daughter Zoe. I homeschool her for preschool, and so I really wanted to take her schooling seriously this year. Not that I haven't in the past, but she was only 3, and so now that she's getting older and actually getting to an age where she could be in where she's almost to an elementary school level, I really wanted to focus on that, and I wanted her to have less TV time. I'm not proud to admit that I do occasionally use the TV as a babysitter, and when I get really busy or overwhelmed, it's just so easy to turn on the TV and let her watch a show while I get my stuff done. And so this year, I really wanted to get her doing more hands-on stuff. So I improved. Again, I want to work on that more. I definitely think the older she's getting, the easier it's getting, because there's more things she can do on her own, and so I'm starting to find creative ways or activities for her to do when I have to get something done. So yeah, so I would say overall 2019 was a year of improvement. I did a lot better at a lot of these things, but I definitely haven't accomplished all of my goals that I had set in 2019. And 2020, I think, is going to be a year of growth for me. I watched a YouTube video somebody else did on their 2020 goals, and they had picked a word of the year, which I've seen a couple people do this, and so I was sitting there trying to think really hard, like, what would my word be if I picked a word for 2020? And I think it's growth. I just want growth within myself. I want growth in my health. I want growth in my relationships, my finances, my overall well-being. And I've said this many times, but for some reason it feels important to me that I'm turning 30 at the end of the year, and it's my last year in my 20s, and I just want to go into my 30s being happy, confident, feeling like I've accomplished my goals, feeling like I'm in a good place. And yeah, so 2020 is going to be a year of growth for me. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this week's vlog. Again, I know it's different. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.